All right, how you doing today? I want to show you how I'm gonna plant popcorn, aka corn, and just Florida sand, and just to show it can be done, but just need a few tricks. So here's the corn I'll be growing. And say corn you can find at Walmart, white popcorn, Jolly Time. So you can kind of see the seeds right there. These are raw seeds, so a lot of people, I know it's a common mistake, think that popcorn is any corn, but it's a particular type of corn, and it's different from sweet corn, flint corn. We already got some germinated, which is a little stunted, but we should still be able to make it grow pretty good. So here's the area I'll be growing in this year. Pretty much these 2 rows. One will be popcorn. I'm gonna try to do another video, sweet corn. And I know they say they're gonna crossbreed, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. So the trick of growing corn in regular Florida dirt in the summertime is you gotta keep the sand cool. So we need to go and get some leaves and pine needle leaves. So I'm gonna go get my pine needle leaves and I'm gonna be back. All right, now we're at the pine trees I was talking about. This is what we call a pepper tree. I don't know what kind of pine trees those are, but those kind of work the same, but we're looking for these type of pines. They grow more in a patch, straight up and down. They don't really shoot out side branches like those type of pines, but long story short, this is the pine tree we're looking for because obviously, like I said, it's close together. It drops all its leaves in a nice mat. So you pretty much just go in. Here on my bucket. This is a spot I've been here before. So as you can see, the ground is literally covered with pine leaves. So I'm just gonna be scraping and gathering. And this is what I'm gonna use to keep my corn mulch from all this Florida heat in the summer, and we should grow good. Sorry, that took about 2 minutes. So as you can see, we got our bin of pine leaves and time to take it back to the garden. All right, so we're back. As you can see, we got our pine needle leaves and regular leaves. The leaves are gonna kind of go on the bottom, and the pine needle leaves are there to just really hold the leaves down. So that's that trick. So like I said, the number 1 trick is keeping the ground cool, because Florida sand can get too hot, and that's the only problem. And it dries out quick, being sand. So the first step we're gonna need to do is we gotta put some water to this sand. So I'm gonna grab the water hose and kinda put some moisture into the sand. And that's gonna help the corn better catch. For as you know, being in the sun, it's already May and it's already expected to be 92. So today alone. So throughout this day, and choose the day you're off. That way you can water throughout the day. All right, so part of the trick is gonna be more of a ditch concept this year. So put this down here. So as you can see, it's gonna have like a ditch effect in the middle. of the row is kind of gonna cave in, and on the outside, in a long circle, we're gonna have it mound up and plant the corn on the outside, leaving a ditch in the middle. So as you see, I got the water going. I got my little like weed rake. So this is what I'm pretty much using. Like I said, right now I'm just taking all my sand, trying to get it wet. That way, as you can see, it's bone dry. So you don't want to plant nothing in dry sand or soil. So I'm gonna take the time, mix up and mold this mound. Then we should be able to get back to straight planting. So just taking the time to soak the soil. The best time obviously would be after a rain, the natural way. Then the ground to be kind of pre-wet, and you could easily plant. But because it's so dry, I want to give that corn a good start, because like I say, sand repels water, so you don't want to just go straight into the sand. Then I'm gonna till it back up into a ditch, and then we'll start the plant. All right, so we're done with the soaking process. So this is the consistency. What we're looking for, as you can see, nice soft dirt holds its form. So this is about the best soil, I think. Wet sand, you can have the garden, so just got to be wet. So like I said, we're about to build up the mounds and start planting. All right, so this is the look we're going for. As you can see, it's not too high as far as the ground level, but then we got the ditch effect. And as the roots, the ideal is as the roots go down, it can kind of self-water as it rains, keep moist at the bottom. And that way, with like water hose, I can take full advantage of as I water it. So as you see, dirt, nice and soft. So obviously you don't have to do all this to grow corn in sand. The concept is just wet the sand, mound it up, and put something over it, so as it rains and you water, it don't beat the sand down and compact it. So now we're ready to plant. I got some fertilizer, fish fertilizer, of course. So what I will do is shave this mounds down a little bit where it's a little flat top. You know how I do that? Pretty much take my little flat shovel, just go across the top, just like that, creating that flat effect. All right, we're gonna have this sharp, and I'm probably gonna put some leaves in the middle. That way, my leaves, got plenty of them right now, where it even holds moisture even better. I'll put a little bit more, but I get the concept. All right, now the fish. It's been sitting today. It's nasty. Wish I had some gloves. All right, so because I don't have that much fish, I'm gonna try to properly spread it out so it kind of covers every section. So yeah, let's go. I have to wash up. Nasty. Alright, so we'll start off by the foot. We'll space it out. That way we get to see. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. Here's a big one. Put you on the back. Alright, so we get the concept. I'm about to spread it out. Alright, so we spread it out the fish. As you can see, it's all around. And that's our pre-fertilizer. Just gotta dig the holes and put it, the flies. Sure came fast. Alright, so basics. Dig down. Just like that. Corn really ain't that big, so the roots won't be that deep. You can see you got soft sand. And that's what we want. So I'm gonna finish this up. And I'll actually be able to get the corn in there. Oh yeah, that should grow good. All right, so we got the fish buried. Now it's time to use the pine leaves, because your basic leaves will just roll off the edge, but your pine leaves, you can see, stick more to the side of the mound. So that's the concept. Take the pine leaves, put it to the side, and give that some protection from the sun. So I'm about to do that. All right, now here's the final look. As you can see, it's nicely mulched up with pine leaves. Even though I wish I had a little bit more, but I got it from the woods. So I don't have to run to Walmart and get another bag. I just gotta go to my woods and pick it up off the ground. So, and this is how we're growing corn. We got our pre-fertilizer in there. We broke up the dirt. It's pitched down to catch water. The reason why I put the pine leaves first, because if I would have put the corn then the pine leaves, I would have had to put the pine leaves, so tedious. But this way, now I just spread the little pine leaves around and plant the corn. So now the easy part. So here go our corn. I still planting pretty much white popcorn. You got yellow popcorn you can buy from Walmart. It's just all the ones you that's not in like a pre-made bag for the microwave. Here's the actual corn. It's pretty dense. It's kind of stunted. We'll even put down some of them seeds maybe. That's a lot of popcorn to grow. All right, here we go. I gotta pause and break up my corn. All right, so pretty much, like I say, it can be a little rough with corn, so I just need to break this up. I know it's really root bound. I'm looking for the biggest, but either way, planting this a lot. So we got it pretty much broke up. You can see the little popcorn. So that's the concept. Like I said, I'm gonna spread it around. Create a little hole. We're gonna do two beside each other. Dig a little hole. Put it in there. Put your dirt back. That's pretty much the concept. So that's how we'll be growing it. And I'm about to, pause and do all of it. We'll take another look. All right, so this is pretty much a final look. As you can see, we got it in there. It's pretty much spaced, hand, pretty much palm apart. That's the spacing. We're gonna try to thin it out. We put pretty much 2. I'm gonna thin it out in about 2 weeks. So it probably took just as long to plant it than to make the whole mound. So like I said, this is how you can plant corn in Florida and pretty much get by. Only thing to worry about now is pretty much bugs. So this would be the corn patch back here. Pretty much like I said, popcorn. We got to do sweet corn, same concept right there. So you try planting your corn this way.